Frida, my flavor fairy friend, I'm so glad you're here. I'm not sure I can get all the ingredients for these 3 awesome candies and the celebrations tomorrow. They'll make great gifts and bring cheer to everyone too. We can do it on the Candy Quest ship. We will hop. We're searching for ingredients. Oh, what a pop! Our bonbons play. Maple pralines and lollipops all day. Our first stop, Frida, is to find those scrumptious oranges for our bonbons. Ahoy there, you orangey wonders! We're on a quest for oranges to make bonbons. Can you help us? Aye, but first you must answer this citrus riddle. What's round, juicy, and the star of a bonbon's middle? That's easy. It's an orange. Pick me. No, pick me. I'm zestier. Pick me. Me. Oh, look, a touchless thermometer. Let me grab that too. We'll need it for all of these. Take the zest of 2 happy oranges, tennis ball size, and beware of the white part because that's bitter. Knock, knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange who? Aren't you glad we don't have another joke? Set that aside and into your favorite saucepan, pour 2 cups of sugar, 2/3 cup of orange juice, freshly squeezed, and 1/2 cup of evaporated milk, and 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. Hey, that butter is straight out of the refrigerator. What about that room temperature stuff? Room temperature doesn't matter here. We're just going to heat everything to 236, 240 degrees. Medium heat so it doesn't scorch on the bottom. It takes a bit longer though, and we'll get there soon enough. As it heats up, it gets thicker and you can feel it when you stir it. Look how it sticks to the spoon there. There, it's ready. Take it off the heat and pour it into a metal bowl. Metal doesn't conduct heat like glass, and stir it to cool it down. It'll form a skin if you don't, and we don't want any lumps in our bonbons. We also help it along with an ice bath, and we use meltless ice cubes too. These are real cool in a drink because they don't melt in your drink and dilute it. Stir, and stir. There, it's around 100 degrees. Stir in your happy zest and 1/2 cup of nuts. We're using pecans. Then roll them into little balls. We use a tablespoon scoop and divide that in half. That way they're all the same size. It doesn't take long, and just imagine all the friends we're gonna give these to. Good thing we have a lot of friends. We're making a lot. Hey, how many are there? I counted them. 6 across and 9 deep. 6 times 9 is what? Plus the 2. Easy cleanup. Fill your pan with soapy water and it'll come right clean by the time you're done making these. That's the last of the pecans too. We need more for the maple pralines next, and then the lollipops. The bonbons need to chill out in the freezer for 30 minutes. Why don't we go get them now and come back to finish them up? Good idea, Frida. This means we're gonna sing again. On the Candy Quest ship, we won't flop. We're ingredients for treats. We will swap with oranges to chop and pecans to pop on our candy-making stovetop. Here are the pecans we need for the maple pralines. Let me ask this time. Of course, but first you must crack the answer to this nutty riddle. Why did all the pecans go to space? They were astronauts. Ha-ha! You've cracked the riddle, my sweet adventurers. Here's your nuts. Get out your favorite saucepan again. 1 cup of maple syrup and 2 cups of powdered sugar. 1/2 cup of evaporated milk and 1 tablespoon of butter. Heat this to 236 to 240 degrees. That's the softball stage in case you were curious. Woo-hoo! Look how bubbly it's getting. our touchless thermometer sure comes in handy. Take it off the heat and stir in 1.5 cups of chopped nuts. We're using our magic pecans here. And a teaspoon of vanilla. That was a generous teaspoon there. And stir it until it starts to look creamy. It'll cool down real fast. Then, with 2 soup spoons, dollop it onto the parchment paper. Hey, let's sprinkle some of this over our ice cream tonight while we watch our movie. Awesome! And some easy cleanup. Our last stop, Frida. We need that magical flavoring for our lollipops. Hey, Jeannie, we're glad to see you. Ahoy there, Captain Breadhook. You're in luck. I can grant you one wish. What will it be that you seek? I seek the most magical flavoring in all the realms. Something to make our lollipops the tastiest on the high seas. You're a lucky pirate. Captain, I have just the thing for you. Here, in my magical flavoring cubbyhole, you can choose any flavoring you desire. By Davy Jones' Locker, this be a treasure trove of flavors. What would you recommend, Jeannie? How about some Mermaid's Melody Mint for a refreshing twist? Or perhaps Dragon Fire Chili for a fiery kick? It's all up to you. I'll take them both, and that'll make me lollipops legendary. In your favorite saucepan again, 2 cups of sugar and 2/3 cup of light corn syrup, and 2 ounces of water. If your tap water doesn't taste good, use bottled water. And heat this to 300 degrees. If you let it go over 300, it'll start to caramelize and turn brown. And then you just have burnt sugar. And while you're waiting for it to heat up, put your flavoring and food coloring into a heat-proof measuring cup. You need the pouring spout to get the molten sugar into the molds. These are Anchor measuring cups, and they take the heat. Careful of the cheapo ones. Divide it between the 2. The rule of thumb is 1 teaspoon of flavoring per cup. And just add as much coloring as you see fit and pour it into your molds. Don't worry about spills and drips. They'll harden and break right off. We use a cookie sheet to make the molds easier to move around the kitchen. Man, can you imagine the flavor combinations? And with the colors too, it's infinite. We left a link in the description for our favorite flavors. You can also get them in the grocery store. Oh, and if your sugar lava cools too much to pour, just zap it in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time. Use cellophane bags and look at the cool colored twisties that came with them. Don't use plastic wrap. We tried and that didn't work. Oh, to finish the bonbons, you just take 10 ounces of chocolate, give that a few 30-minute zaps in the microwave, melt that right on down, and we use toothpicks to dip them in and get off the excess because it's kind of thick. We like a thick shell. This batch took us 10.5 ounces, but it's always hard to get that last bit for the last bonbon, so you end up with stuff left over. Look at them all. These are going to make great gifts for all our friends. On the good ship Candy Quest, our mission is complete. With oranges, pecans, magic flavor, oh so neat. We'll craft bonbons, pralines, and lollipops so fine. In this candy world of wild wonder where the sun will always shine. And there you go. They found all the ingredients. These are so good. What am I going to start with? Leave a comment. You always make my day when you leave a comment.
Awesome.